What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Educated Barfly. Today I thought I'd bring you a different kind of episode. I've kind of shied away from doing review episodes, but this guy named Jeff Logan reached out to me a little while ago. He runs a company called Dexas, which is a Texas-based, family-owned barware business, and they have this new clear ice-making system called Ice-Ology. He reached out to me with an email and said, hey, can I send you some of my stuff and use it and just tell me what you think about it? And so I agreed because, why the heck not? We talk a lot about ice on this channel, a ton. There is a lot about ice, and there's a lot of arguing going on about ice. The thing is that you guys all know that well, not all of you. I guess if you're a new viewer, you don't know, but most of you guys know that I freeze my own ice basically using a cooler and using the directional freezing technique. But there is a lot of companies that are making these clear ice systems for those people who don't want to do that. Not everybody wants to go through the process of freezing a big clear block and then cutting the ice themselves. And so these companies have taken a technique that was developed by Camper English, which is the kind of the ice expert up in San Francisco, utilizing that directional freezing technique to create different types of clear ice systems for people to use. So they sent me 3 different ones. This is a sphere, big cubes, and then small kind of cubes. And I thought I would give them a try, and I'm sharing the results with you guys. I will say that I did test this once before, and these systems are very good. Now, this is what I like about it. As we know about making ice, or if you've listened to any of this to me on this channel at all, you'll know that as water freezes, the impurities and the gases and the stuff that makes cloudy ice tends to freeze last, and the pure, clear water freezes first. So the way that directional freezing works, basically, is that you freeze something in a insulated container and you keep the top open. You keep the top open because you're basically you're basically forcing this thing to freeze from the top down. So that all of the clear water will start to freeze, and then it pushes all of the stuff out of this little hole. And then you have this nice insulated kind of, holder, and then all of that cloudy ice goes right into here. So as you can see, all of the cloudiness and all of the impurities that are freezing last are getting pushed out of this hole. And then when we open this, what we should have is just a completely clear ice cube. The other thing that I like about this is that it's pretty hard sometimes to get the ice out of the mold. But what these guys have done, which is really smart, is actually they made it so that the mold splits in 2. So you actually don't have to push the ice out of the mold or get the sides to be completely defrosted before you push it out. You can just literally pull it apart in 2 halves, right?
Is it like silicone?
Here. It's like a silicone mold, yeah. And then you have your nice, pretty clear piece of ice. Now you can see that there are some ice forms here. And what you will find with freezing clear ice is that sometimes you will have some various ice forms that build up in the ice, and that could be because your freezer is too cold. There's a lot there. It could be vibration. Basically, there is a thing where if people are constantly opening the freezer and putting things in there, that it can actually create these little ice forms, from what I've read. So this does have ice forms in it, but we're going to let it temper for a second, and we'll see how clear it is. And then I guess we're just going to pull out the cubes. So the sphere. So then here's the sphere, right? So this is a much bigger mold. Same kind of thought process behind it, but this side is not open. It just has an open hole on both sides. Okay, let's see how this went. And it's a much thicker mold. See, there's the inside of the mold. There you go. And then this is where all of that cloudy ice went out. Basically, all of them are kind of the exact same design. Let's see what we've got. Pull our ice ball out, and there you have it. It's really nice. Again, a few ice forms in it, but pretty clear, I'm going to say. I'm impressed. It's pretty clear. Should I take them all out, Marius?
Not all of them. There's a lot of them.
Well, yeah, maybe I'll just take one of these cubes out or whatever, but maybe both of these. Now, as you can see, you will get these little knobs on top of your ice ball. But luckily it's ice and you can chop it off pretty easily. So you get like a little knob on top of here, see? And you just like break that knob off to get your ice sphere. So I gotta say, like, I'm pretty impressed with the way that this system works. This guy obviously was like really familiar with directional freezing and kind of how it works, and created a system that is very unique. I haven't used any other clear ice making systems. I just have always been making my own clear ice, but I would actually use this. I mean, this is like really nice, like cold draft looking ice.
This one looks really clear.
This one?
Huh?
Yeah, they are. I mean, they are. My hands are sticking to it because it's so cold. But there you have it. So, yeah, I would totally use these. So, this is really good for somebody who is just not willing to freeze their own ice. I think this is a very easy way. You just fill them up all the way to the top, the way that I have done. Just fill them up all the way to the top. You stick them in into their little holes. Then in their insulated container, you stick them in your freezer. You forget about them. You freeze them for however long you want. They're ready probably in about 24 hours. Maybe a little less than that. This one, look, it's like a little top hat one. And it's because I filled it really high. And there you have it. So this is like a really nice ice. I don't know, Marius, what do you think? You've seen a lot of ice on this channel. Yeah, it looks good. I would use this. I would actually, not only would I, since I have all these systems, I am going to use them because it's really nice. And I don't always want to be cutting, there you go, my own ice. That's nice and clear, right? So they're like a little frosted, but you've got all it, whoa, don't get away.
It's slippery.
It is slippery. Well, it's because I just put them on the counter without any in a bowl or something, and ice likes to melt. All right, guys, well, there you have it. Dexas Ice-Ology clearly clear ice is what they call it. It's their clear ice making system. If you like our channel, please hit like and subscribe. I hope that this was a informative episode for you. And check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/educatedbarfly. I'll have some Ice-Ology links in the show notes for you, so check there for that and to take a dive on their website and see what other stuff Dexas makes. And I will see you guys on another time.
And if you are one of our Patreons that subscribe to the mystery box, maybe one of these will end up in the box.
If you are one of our Patreons, Marius makes a good point. We have a Patreon tier at $20 that gets a mystery box in a year, or if you're in the $50 tier, you get a mystery box in 6 months. You can pay a little more to get it, and you get your name on a plaque on our newly built bar is newly built. So yeah, check us out there. This something like this is something like what we would put in that mystery box, amongst other things. Not just this, but maybe this and some other stuff. So I don't know. It's up to you guys, but we got some good exclusive content there. You should check us out. All right, I'll see you guys in another time.